Another one that we saw much like that is gathering spaces. You know, when organizations dedicate space for people to gather, this is a common characteristic that we saw in many of the places that we visited. Whether they were small spaces or whether they were large gathering spaces, they all tended to be, you know, if you think of a great cities have great town centers. They have a lot of characteristics where people can gather, they can meet each other, they're kind of crossroads in nature. These are the great characteristics of cities, and guess what? They're also the great characteristics of good environments, because it's a place where people come together, and it's a place where people can interact. And so it really sends a message about a company's support of that building of a community within their workplace. Then the last one, the characteristics that we noticed was that many of these companies used their work environment, walls and floors and everything, to tell some stories about who they are. And what I mean by that is that the organizations like snagajob.com is another HR, well, they're like a monster.com for the jobs that are hourly jobs. They have signs on their walls that don't just say, you know, my values are this, we value this. They actually give people a clue. In their workspace, it will say, oh, collaboration means leaving your ego at the door. That's a real good clue and gives people an opportunity to say, can I behave like that? But we challenge people because many of the companies that we've seen are great companies, so they already have built a great level of trust. That level of trust means that they can post their values on the wall. You can't just post your values and not be a company who lives them. So the visual storytelling that happens can build connections. We've done some great work where other companies aren't on the list, but maybe they'll get there, where they're really using the walls of their space rather than for a great art collection to build linkages between their employees.